like you started making money.
Yeah.
And not small time money.
No, I was making money, bro.
Yeah, you were like,
Yeah.
you became a face. Where did this money start? Like,
yeah. I think when MTV Mamas came to Kenya, like there was a big MTV Mama ceremony, and they needed to shoot an ad that they were gonna air on MTV. I think it was MTV Africa. I don't know.
Yep.
So, and this is how much the ad game has changed. They flew us to India to shoot this ad there and keep us in a hotel, and it was such a glamorous experience. DNG was there. Kolo was there. I was with another girl called Kylie. And yeah, there were several other artists, but were under the agency Versatile. Versatile is who was hired to hold the audition. So we all go and we audition for this thing, and I'm picked, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna make so much money. I think I made like 150 G's back then. That was like, what?
And let me also say this: you're being called because of your beauty. Your face, or is it the time, or is it because of the vocals?
You had to sing.
Okay,
so, and I remember in the audition, I did your verse. I did a verse because we had to rap and then sing, and I did like one of your verses that I had crammed.
You talked about State House Girls. Were you know, sometimes I say beauty is a gift, and you have beauty.
Oh, use beauty.
I don't want to downplay it or look at it in a different, like for real. There's some people, in fact, there's a chick who I once interviewed on a show, and she's like, God has gifted me with beauty.
Wow.
That's what, and I was like, oh, I've never looked at that. She's like, no, all this, but this is not who I am. This is just one of the gifts God has given me. And I was like, that is so deep.
It's a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool for him. Why I'm saying that is, you have been a model. Model is part of your career. Is it?
It's something I've done.
It's something you've done.
Yeah.
Okay. At State House Girls, did you exploit? Remember you talked about this Miss Teto?
Miss Teto. Okay, so when I joined in Form 1, that's when they had the last Miss Teto. So it wasn't like a recurring thing.
Okay.
But I definitely used it when I got out of high school, and after getting this gig for MTV Mamas.
That was your first pay gig?
Yeah. Okay. So then I signed with that agency, and they got me a bunch of other ads, and I was like, this is a good gig, until I did one gig that I was like, I'm never gonna do this again.
Okay, let's talk. Let's don't run over that, because CTA kwanza tunaenda slowly, and I think about all the people who are listening to you, who want to enter into that space. Okay, so walk us through. How did you even get that gig? Did they approach you? Tell me. Yeah, so there was they held an audition, and I remember it was at Gong Hills Hotel. So like tons of artists were there. All of us are coming to audition for this thing, and so you're called up and you do your thing, you sing, and you rapped as well. I rapped and I sang. And where's my cut? You used my verse. I used your verse. And I remember it was such a intense situation because you're doing it in front of everyone. So you're performing for the camera, yes, but there's like 100 people behind you. And I was just like, hey, I want to get this gig. And I got it. And it was just like a dream. I've auditioned for something. I got picked. We are going to India. We're going to make money. It was just like, wow. It was such a beautiful experience. How old are you at this time? I think I'm like 19. I think I'm like 19, 20, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so you're chosen for this MTV thing, meaning that it wasn't just the agency choosing you, there were some MTV players, because it's going to be shot in India. So you go to India, that experience is amazing. And now what happens? The agency asks you, can we... let's sign, and then we do more. So I got a gig to go to Thailand for another ad, and I remember that was controversial because it was a beer ad, and at the time I was leading worship at Mavuno. Yes. So I'm like, should I still go? Should I do it? Should I not? But if God has, and I remember I turned it down, but they were, and I didn't want to say I've turned it down because I'm in the worship team. I was like, I have exams. And they were like, we'll wait for you to finish your exams. And I was like, it must be of God then. That's crazy.
And so I went to Thailand.
So you turned it down because you didn't. It was a beer ad, and you felt it was. It's not even about your values, but how people would judge you.
Yes.
Am I right to say that? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, what will it look like? Because I remember at the time when I was in the worship team in Mavuno, that's still the time that now you're meeting people who drink, you're going for parties. So I would be afraid for someone to see me drinking, but I would want to drink. So it's not that I don't want to drink, it's that I'm scared of what the Christians will say, because we'd all watched DNG getting crucified for drinking beer in Naivasha, and now it's like, why was that such a big deal for a gospel artist to drink beer? Oh my God. But so it was more about
Bamboo DNG, Mina Ugopa. Am I next in line? Juni Meokoka. I wrote that because of the. I fully get what it is that you're saying.
Yeah.
So the perception of she's doing a worldly thing, she's next in line to go down.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so you are going through a lot of turmoil at this time, and you're 19.
Yeah, I'm 19. Like, I'm just stepping into my 20s. Of course, I'm going to face the world. Like, I've been in this less Christian bubble, and then now I'm introduced to the law of attraction. I'm seeing people going out and having fun, and I'm just like, what is this Christian life? What am I doing it for people? Am I doing it because of fear? And there was a part of me that had reverence for God and feared God, but it was more. It wasn't. Actually, it wasn't reverence. It was fear. Yeah.
Okay, so again, back to this. So do you go for the Thailand gig?
I go for the Thailand gig, my G. I make my money. I get to see Thailand. And I'm just like, hey, this making money is not a bad thing.
And are you still in Daystar? Or have you decided?
Yeah, I'm still in Daystar.
Okay.
They waited for me to finish my exams. I'm in DO. I'm making money, but I'm in school. But I'm also kind of in this gospel scene. That now I'm kind of like trying to shed, and I'm learning a lot of new age thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
The new age one, I feel like that's a conversation that we just need to solidly have, which we will get there.
Okay.
I'm understanding your where your mind is right now. So there's this money happening from all these gigs that you've been called from. On top of that, there's what the Christianity that you're trying to shed. A bit more about this money thing. Anything else that happens in that?
I start doing backing vocals for an artist who I call her she who shall not be named. She who will not be named. So I start singing backing vocals for her, and I'm singing backing vocals for Atemi. I'm singing backing vocals for Kaz. And so I'm getting to perform a lot more as a backing vocalist outside hip hop.
Yes.
So corporate gigs, these NGO gigs, these ambassador gigs, sijui.
And you're being paid.
And I'm being paid. And so I'm understanding, you can make money from music. I want to be at the forefront, but I'm not there yet. And I'm questioning whether this gospel thing, I'm gonna let go of it completely and enter this world. Afrofusion is now a thing. And so I'm entering the world of Afrofusion. I'm leaving the world of gospel, and I'm starting to engage with, like the Eric Wainainas.
Yes.
So just being like, wow, there's a whole other world. And then there's also pop. I remember going for a gig at KICC. It was one of these NGO gigs. Pamoja to, I don't know, to fanye nini. And we're singing backing vocals for She Who Will Not Be Named and Atemi. And at that same gig, Juakali was performing, Waire was performing. So they had all these Afrofusion acts at the beginning. And the crowd was so over us. They were just like, Juakali,
exactly.
Juakali, Waire, Juakali. So they're literally like booing us, finish your set, we want Juakali. And then Juakali comes on. And I couldn't believe it. Like, guess who are looking at us like this? When Jua Kali comes, it's like that Michael Jackson.
Yes, that way you right.
Michael Jackson, where people are losing it. They're so happy. They're singing along to all the songs where it comes on. Same thing. And I'm like, yeah? What is this thing? Clearly, it's not in Afrofusion. You are in your Afrofusion gigs. Go perform for corporates and in embassies. That's cool. And they'll be like, yes. They'll sing along. Beautiful.
They don't even sing along.
But
they'll dance along.
Yeah, they'll dance along. You'll have a good time, but it was not this. That was the first time I saw anything like that. But also, I'd experienced that with like Giuliani. I feel like Giuliani is another act who had that cultic, emotional, like cultic connection with an audience in that way, where it's just like it transcends anything that you understand. So,
and did you do background vocals for Giuliani's album launch?
I don't think for his launch, but when he was in hip hop.
Okay, yeah.
When he was in hip hop.
Yeah, Giuliani was cultic. You could see the Jua Kali effect on Giuliani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're seeing this, just to be clear at this time, because I'm trying to make people understand just how much you've done without rushing.
Yeah.
At this time, have you gone abroad for music? Whether it's even...
Have I gone abroad yet? No, I think only for advertising at this point.
So you've got your advertising world,
you've
got this school world which has introduced you to the secrets, you've got this gospel world which is, now there's this Afrofusion world which is more than just there's the Artemis, there's the and the rest. I was like, don't name her.
She who shall not be named.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Yeah, so there's now that world of the Susanna Owios, of the Rikwai-Ninas, and there's money there.
Yep.
They're gigging like every other weekend. They have corporate gigs.
There's weekday gigs.
So there's also, and this is what I loved about that world, the musical prowess, how they would engage with an audience, and it's live band, so it was a really good taste of life, because a lot of the times when we were in hip-hop and we were touring, it was playback, but now here is live music. And so
hip-hop actually was all live, but chit-chat, the tour was definitely playback.
Yeah, but hip-hop was live. So getting to understand live music and like watch the greats do the thing, like
Okay, what year is this right now? What year are we thinking now?
I think it's about 2008.
Okay. So now 2008, is this now the introduction of the new age?
Yes.
Okay, now let's get into this new age thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's why you left us.
It was a completely different understanding of God.
Okay.